What's going on, guys? Coming at you live here. So listen, we are in Burlington, Vermont. We're in the city of Burlington, Vermont, and we came into the United States District Court Post Office, okay? Now, the moment we entered, here we go. We got Burlington PD. This is beautiful. I'll explain to you what happened in a minute. Hi, officers. I called you guys.
Okay, what's going on?
So we came in through this entrance. Upon entering here, we did already understand that this is under CFR. This is okay to record. We can't have any devices beyond that point.
Yep.
This officer identified, but he's under citizen's arrest. I've already read him his rights. This gentleman back there immediately came beyond the metal detector and started giving us directives. We're not allowed to film. At that point, he came chest to chest with him, like chest bumped him, like made contact, pushing him physically out the door. I have video evidence of it all. Right now, you guys are live. So we placed him under arrest for assault and battery and disorderly conduct.
Are you guys some kind of group or something?
I'm sorry?
You guys all together or something?
Yes, we are together, yes.
What's your affiliation?
I don't have to give that up. Right now, I'm reporting a
So
crime.
we don't block this?
Yeah, Pete, can you guys just step outside and talk?
Yeah, we can step outside to talk.
Yep.
Only because I don't want to block other citizens from coming in. So we called the police because
So
of what just
what
happened.
brings you to the courthouse, I guess, would be my first question.
Okay, so that's a question I don't have to answer. Okay, this is a public building.
Well, if you want me to investigate whatever allegedly happened here, you're going to have to answer some sort of question.
Okay, so this is a public building, correct?
It's a
So we're
federal courthouse,
independent.
so
We're
it's
independent
federal
journalists.
building.
We're independent journalists
Right.
working on a story.
Yep.
So we came in through this entrance, which is legal for us to record per their CFR. So when we did, that's when he was assaulted in a public place where there are no filming restrictions for conducting a constitutionally protected activity. So now he's under citizen's arrest.
Well, you may feel that he's under arrest. He's not under arrest.
Oh, he's not. Why is that?
Because I'm not going to arrest anybody until I conduct an investigation.
Oh, well, then that's acceptable.
Right.
All right,
So,
fine.
I mean, I'm not going to jump to that.
You want to
level
see
of
the
things.
video? I got the video.
Yeah, he's got the video.
Well, you can show me the video in a minute. So
And there's sworn
these gentlemen that
officers
work
in
here
there.
are courthouse security. They're hired.
Correct, but here's the thing. They can't interfere with our First Amendment right in a place where it's protected. There's a sign on the wall.
He's going to talk to them about whatever his side of the story. So there's obviously two sides of the story.
Yeah,
This
you know what?
gentleman's here, everybody else-
Camera doesn't. He actually was not here. The only gentlemen that were here was this CFO and the other officer. But cameras don't lie. Maybe this guy does. But thank God for video proof.
Okay. So I know you said you don't want to answer the question, but what was your purpose of entering the courthouse?
So I just said we don't have to. First of all, we don't have to answer questions. Secondly, I told you we're independent journalists working on a story. We were in the door,
Okay.
and all of a sudden he's physically assaulting him.
Okay. What's the story?
I don't have to. I don't have to divulge that. Maybe it's
really hard to ascertain what happened here when you're not.
no,
telling
because
me
you know
any
what? The
information.
reason that we're here, we're citizens, right?
Yep.
Okay. We're in a public place conducting a constitutionally protected activity, filming a public building that's paid for by public tax dollars.
Yep.
We need no other reason other than we're exercising our rights. The issue of why we were here bears no reason. The issue is as soon as we walked in.
I think it does from a security standpoint, though.
Okay,
I
so
beg to differ, you know what I mean?
security policy begs to differ that, hey, listen, the Bill of Rights is on the wall. It's a constitutionally protected activity, and we have a sign literally stating the CFR that says you're fine to be right there doing what you're doing, but let me assault you.
I'm not speaking to that portion of it, but I'm saying that the way that he reacted may have been, for one, why he's.
And then he shouldn't be working security. If that's what he, and you know what's even more so to say, he said he knew who we were and why we were there.
Okay. Well,
So
I don't know you. That's why I'm asking the question.
So I'm gonna go back in here and film this because we haven't been trespassed.
Does anybody have like IDs that they'd like to provide?
I don't need to. We'll let you figure. I mean, did you ask him for his ID? No, you haven't. All right, let's figure out who's the criminal here. Thank you.
I'm not going to be charging anybody if there's no victim here. So.
There is a victim. If you ascertain your investigation that there's a victim.
You guys want to give us IDs?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what he's talking about. We don't know who you are, we can't investigate.
Okay. Have you identified that gentleman?
You're the victim, we try to identify you first.
Okay. Well, you have the assailant.
Listen. So just so we're clear, I don't think there's going to be any issue identifying anybody that works here. They're all federal employees, and I'm sure they're all going to cooperate with this investigation. I'm 100% sure of that.
Okay. So he will identify only for the purposes of being able to charge this
It's not a
individual.
guarantee just because they identify
Right.
you, it's a charge though. That's just somewhere where we start. We have
So
to start with.
it's on us to bring charges, it's on the state, so.
All right, well, you guys do your investigation, and then we'll let you know how you're doing.
Okay, well, that's not gonna, I mean, whether, your opinion is not gonna dictate my decision.
Well, here's the thing. Your main concern is that this piece of shit, you said, well, you know, he's a security guard, and maybe he just got like, dude, look at the Bill of Rights. You guys are sworn to defend that. It says right here that we can film, and if it didn't, I'd film anyways.
You can't film in the courthouse.
I'm not in the courthouse. It specifically says I can film right here. It's a CFR.
Right here you can film.
And this is where we were assaulted for filming right
The concern
here.
is that you're trying to go past.
No, but we didn't go past
We
that.
did-
We stood right here.
He was
pushed your
assaulted
back.
right here, and you know what the
So
first
this
thing I
is
said to him was? Is this, I said, oh, this is in the post office? Is this the entrance to the post office? And then he came around and assaulted it.
Can you describe the, like, what was the assault? First of all, who was assaulted?
Well, we don't know. He was
I
assaulted.
was, so he came up to me and put his whole chest and put his hands on me and tried to push directly towards there.
Okay, did it hurt?
Okay.
Does it matter if it hurt?
No, so that's part of the statute.
Assault doesn't.
Assault, listen, maybe you don't find battery, but assault is the physical intimidation
So two
factor.
things, either for
battery
assault.
is-
Okay, let me explain the law to you as it pertains to Vermont for an assault. Either cause pain, or you're in fear for, that if something didn't change, you're going to be assaulted enough where you will.
Oh, of course you were in fear. We called you guys.
Okay, but you didn't remove yourself from the situation, so you obviously weren't that scared, you still stayed.
I had a criminal apprehended. Just because he's scared to death of my camera doesn't mean I'm scared to death of him. If I had to, I would have physically restrained him.
You gotta watch your back here, because we have patrons coming in.
I mean, obviously it didn't place you in fear enough that you stood right.
We
here.
called 911 guy. What's your badge number?
394.
394. We called 911.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
So who are you to tell him? If someone comes up to you and says, "Hey,
Telling him to lie.
I got raped," who are you to tell them? Well, hey, listen, you know, we don't know if it actually like counts as rape. Maybe you weren't hurt enough. This guy was assaulted. Who are you to tell him how he feels?
So there's different aspects that need to be met for a crime to.
It meets assault. He was put in fear of imminent danger.
But
Why
he still stood here while that was happening.
Because he's on film, and we called the police. And at this point, I already told this guy he was under arrest. And if they put our hands on us, I would have dropped them.
So,
I think you probably would have been in the wrong, though.
I don't understand.
No, I wouldn't have. Not if I'm defending my life, my liberty, and my pursuit of happiness. You guys swore.
As a police officer that is called to come investigate this would probably.
You know what usually happens when people that don't have a camera call the police? It's usually the people that call the police that are assisted and the criminal's apprehended.
Okay.
But because we have a camera,
Yep.
and you know what we got? Why don't you grab the complaint forms? We already got them. We knew that this was going to happen, so I brought them with me. And you know how many I brought? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Who are you
Beautiful.
complaining to?
Well, I'll let you know in a minute.
Get the stripes.
I'll let you know in a minute, Corporal.
I'm not in charge here, I'm just the guy that showed up to.
No, you're OIC. You're a corporal. You're OIC.
No, I'm not.
So he's OIC.
No, Lieutenant LeBrecq is OIC.
Right, if you want a supervisor to come down here. and-
Yeah, let's get a supervisor, man.
Perfect.
Awesome.
394 226.
Tyrants received.
unbelievable, huh?
I'm just wondering if the complaint was against us, like a department complaint, because that's fine, you can do that, but that's why I'm asking.
No, well, we'll talk to the supervisor now.
Okay.
So guys, the video that you missed in the beginning of this, I was just coming in regularly recording. Oh, there's someone coming in, so we'll get out of the way. So we walked into this lobby, okay? And when we walked into this lobby, when we the people walked into this lobby, okay? The post office is right here, so this is an entrance, okay? It says no attention visitors, no electronic devices, including cell phones, pagers, cameras, etc. Fine, okay? So we already knew coming in here that that pertains to after the security checkpoint. And their CFR upholds the Constitution, allowing us to film right here. So our first point of contact, what's that CFO's name? The one that we have the issue with?
He works for the Marshal Service.
Okay, can you give me his name, please?
When I see a complaint filed, I will give his,
Well, I can't file a complaint without his name, so can I have his name, please?
file a complaint and I'll do an
Yeah,
investigation.
thin blue gang members. Thin blue gang members.
There's a Supreme Court.
So,
case.
guys-
Say you have to give the information.
I-
You're amenable to me. You have to tell me
I
everything.
identified myself.
Him. He has to identify me.
You're failing to identify an assailant in a crime.
He's voted then, right?
All right, guys, so let me step out here so I can explain what happened.
Very close.
We walked into this area right here, and as soon as we get in, knowing that the CFR statute allows us to film here, we're not going behind the security checkpoints, the Bill of Rights, right on the wall. My favorite one, look at this. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or of the people to peaceably assemble. All three, which we were doing when we walked in this public lobby. At this point, there's a criminal I placed under citizen's arrest. He came around the barricade here. He physically made contact and then forcibly impeded his progress, violated his Fourth Amendment right. It's not just a violation of search and seizure. He has the right to maintain progress without that progress being impeded unless he's under suspicion of a crime, which he was not. Filming in a public lobby where it's accessible and allowed is not suspicion of a crime. It's not
I
articulable
understand it
suspicion.
I never
So
said that.
that contact was completely illegal. Now we call the Burlington, Vermont police, and the first thing they want to do is find out more about us. Find out more about us. 18 US 242. And you know what? We could be in there filming, buying a stamp, and getting out of here. But thank God, because this guy said, yeah, wait till I drop this video tomorrow. You guys are going to love it. You guys are going to love it. This CFO, he was actually the only person that did the right thing. Excuse me, CFO, could you tell me the name of the gentleman that was back there? Here's the testing
I'm gonna defer
ground.
to my supervisor.
Sure, V. Cullen.
So you still want to invoke your right to remain silent, which you lost when you punched in?
The office is now closed. You have to step out of the building. It's 5 o'clock.
Yeah, well, I've reported a crime.
We can speak
You
on
can speak
it.
on it outside.
Am I being trespassed?
You will be.
I will be. Well, to trespass me.
Contron v. City of Petersburg, you can't trespass from a governmental property because it's ours.
Can you step outside when you wait
So
for the supervisor?
I will wait till you provide me a trespass notice.
It's after 5.
Our supervisor coming too. You want to talk to him? But it's gonna be
Yeah, I'm gonna
outside.
wait until you provide me a handwritten trespass notice, and then I'll be glad to leave the
It's 5 o'clock,
property.
the building is closed.
Okay, well, there was a crime committed
No,
here.
that's close too.
Yeah, we can talk
It'll
about
be
it outside.
investigated.
though.
All right, well, you know what, man? We'll make it easy for you. Just provide me with a trespass notice. I'll be glad to
No
leave
problem. These
peaceably.
gentlemen right here will
All right.
get you.
Well, they can't solicit a
So I
trespass
come back
for
in tomorrow morning, 542 U.S.
They can't-
1983 against you and you and you and you.
you. They can't solicit a trespass
building is
for
now
you.
closed.
That's like
And we can't be trespassed without committing a crime. So what
The
crime have we
building is now
committed?
closed. You have to.
Well, I placed a citizen under arrest. I have to maintain that arrest.
He's not free.
So, I mean, listen, bro, it's not gonna happen. If you provide me a trespass notice, even if, any trespass notice, I will
The
peaceably
building is
leave
now closed.
with no
So
problem.
you've been asked several times to leave, and now you are trespassing. Okay.
Oh, so you're accepting a verbal trespass. That's a lawful command to leave.
Yes.
See, that's what a lawful command looks like. Maybe you have no idea how to fucking give them.
Can you just come out and wait for the supervisor, please, so we can?
What time you got? What time you got? That's fine.
5.
I got him on camera saying that to him a little while ago. At 5 minutes, like him kicking us out.
Yeah, that's fine.
They're closed. They're not
That's
gonna
fine.
stay here past
You,
the
oh,
time.
what are you doing on here, man? The criminal's inside.
You called me here. I don't know.
Yeah, I
I'm
know,
trying to
but the
figure out why I'm
criminals,
here, so-
I mean, I pretty much told you.
And I know you don't.
On
want to talk to
film,
me, so now
he
I'm
was
waiting for the supervisor
assaulted.
to come down so
He
you
was
can talk to the
assaulted.
supervisor, 'cause he's
The criminal's in there.
so-
The criminal's in there.
Well, you know what?
Did you serve in the military?
I did not. No.
You did not? Have you served in the military?
Yes.
You did. Okay, so first of all, you swore an oath to the Constitution. Okay, same as you did when you became a law enforcement official. But I think it's a different standard when you're in the military. You sacrifice time from your family so that we can enjoy time with our families to defend the United States Constitution. We the people, right?
Sure.
What the fuck is the matter with you right now, bro?
What do you mean?
Like this is not for like entertainment. Like this is specifically, I'm asking you and thank you for your service, but what the hell are you doing? The Constitution was defiled and violated in front of the goddamn Bill of Rights. And you're standing here playing policy, thin blue gang bullshit.
Do you have a legitimate reason to be in there, or are you just here?
I don't need a legitimate reason to be in the people's
Are you
building.
here just to stir up issues?
No, we're here to find pieces of shit like you.
What makes me a piece of shit?
Because maybe it was when you left the military, or I don't know when it happened, but eventually you stopped defending that Constitution. Let me ask you a question.
Sure. Go ahead.
I know you know the First Amendment, you know the Second Amendment. Do you know what the Third Amendment is?
Why don't we gotta play this game?
It's not a game. I'm asking for a specific reason. If you don't know, you can say it. That's fine.
Why don't you tell me?
Third Amendment is you don't have to house soldiers, enemy soldiers, in a time of peace, right? I'm being forced.
How's that relevant here?
I'm being forced to quarter with enemy combatants. You're not doing anything about it. Do you know what the Fourth Amendment is?
Unlawful search and seizure. Yeah.
The Fifth,
You don't have to incriminate yourself.
Sixth,
I don't know.
Seventh. You swore to defend the Constitution. You don't even know what it is.
Okay, so why do you swear to this?
Go back to the training board, man.
Okay, I will.
We're the people.
I think part of the issue here with investigating this whole thing is since we've gotten here and we've been like 1 minute in, you've been yelling at us.
No, I haven't.
Well,
Video doesn't lie, and you get 400 people that are going to tell you you're full of shit if you want to continue that narrative.
I have video too, so it's
Okay, perfect.
You know, they have
And is
video
your body
on there,
cam
so-
turned on, man? I don't even see the light.
Of course it is.
All right. So
Every call.
so that's not what happened. When you came, we were
Right.
upset. We explained what happened, and then all you were concerned about is IDing him. Where's this guy? He's under arrest. So until you
right.
investigate
Yep.
and you decide that his arrest, that you're not accepting his arrest, which you can't do until you conduct an investigation.
Haven't let me get a word in edgewise, which is
Okay, let's see what the word is.
right. So I've been doing this for a few years now, and every time that I show up, I talk to the complainant and identify the complainant, and I figure out what's going on. You haven't answered any of the questions that I've asked yet.
So if you see
Just
me get
identify
punched in the
yourself.
face and the assailant's running away, you're gonna come talk to me first before you catch the bad guy?
If you refuse to provide a statement and tell me what happened.
We told you, he'll provide his identification for the purposes of obtaining this criminal.
I'm just telling you, I think that's why.
Well, now we're dealing with a supervisor because your main concern was trying to figure out, like, I'm just blown away with you. I can't even speak to you.
He doesn't even want to identify himself. He still hasn't identified himself.
Because now we're waiting for your supervisor. You're first, like, he's under arrest. You guys haven't conducted an investigation yet.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Well, like I said, the
What's
first
that?
step we
Terry
can-
so
v.
what-
Ohio?
We didn't even get
Terry v.
identification
Ohio,
from him.
guys.
I mean, we can leave if you want us to. We'll wait for the supervisor.
Oh, no, I say Terry v. Ohio. We all want to get the hell out of here.
So here's what we'll do. We're gonna wait for the supervisor. We have Officer Bauer. He made an oath to the Constitution that he forgot about, and now he's held accountable today.
Kind of like the supervisor here, so you should be able to answer all the questions that we were.
Excellent. I'm stepping off government property to smoke a cigarette real quick, because these guys got me fired up.
Yeah.
Violated his First Amendment right. Violated his Fourth Amendment right for impeding his progress.
But why I still don't got his name?
The problem is his main concern.
No, the guy who
His main concern is what we were doing in the building, which has no bearing on
no,
this.
that doesn't matter at all.
No bearing what we're doing in a public building.
If we passed the security section,
Mhm.
yes, but we did not pass the security.
We got Sergeant Franco. And notice, when we dealt with Sergeant Franco, we were really nice, super polite, and had no issue. So maybe it's not us.
It's DeFranco, but you should be able to answer your questions. So
Perfect. 500 people watching.
that's fine. There could be
Guys-
a million people watching. I'm not the supervisor here, and this isn't.
I would never want to interfere with operations.
Like I said.
Do not call the Burlington Police Department of Vermont. I wouldn't want to interfere with operations. So, in front of an officer on body cam, I'm saying to not
You
call.
got a phone right there. Look it up.
Do not call. Can you take this for a minute? I don't want to blow smoke.
Yeah.
Hey, well, oh, you take this.
Sorry.
What's going on?
So we came here,
Yep.
and before we did, we checked the court rules, CFR, stuff like that. So we walked in this entrance, actually not sure that it was the post office, because we parked down there.
Right.
So as soon as we stepped in the door, the unidentified assailant comes I guess the word, I wouldn't say running, but he comes barreling through the metal detector, and at that point he tells us that we're not allowed to film. He gets chest to chest with him, chest bumps him, forcibly removes him, okay? So it violates his First Amendment right because we checked the CFR. Beyond the security checkpoint, we are not allowed to film, except if we have a press meeting and we prearrange that. But the CFR even confirms the Constitution, saying that in that public lobby, we can film. So not only did he violate his First Amendment right, he violated his Fourth Amendment right because he impeded his progress. He has the ability to pursue happiness and to have his travel not restricted, which it was. So I placed him under citizen's arrest. The officers arrived. They asked for ID. At that point, we did not want to give identification because our main concern is that this guy's under arrest right now and he just physically assaulted somebody. The main thing that they're sticking on is why we're conducting a constitutionally protected activity in a public building. When there's someone in there that just committed assault on 4 different frames of film, and now you have 500 people watching, and I got 30,000 subscribers. I think this is absolutely ridiculous.
To follow through with any kind of assault charge, we need to have identification.
And he's willing to do that.
Okay.
At this point, because of their behavior, we asked for a supervisor in which he will provide identification for the purposes of pursuing your investigation.
And filming inside there, you can't film. You can't, but your cameras can't view past that point.
Here's the thing,
But
you-
in
no.
the lobby is fine.
Right,
you
but
can't go past the
right, I can't walk past
and
there.
you can't film past that.
Here's the thing, and not only does your CFR, because I checked it, not only does CFR uphold the Constitution,
This is federal. We don't do that.
you
We're-
cannot
that's not our
trespass what your eyes can see. So if I walk in this building and I'm looking there, am I breaking security guidelines because I'm looking? It's my camera. It's an extension of my hand. So that's
All right,
that's
well,
null and
something
void.
for the federal government to figure out. That's
Right.
not
No,
me.
but
It's very clear though. It's
We're,
very
we're,
clear.
we're state. We're not feds. That's a totally different set of rules than what we handle.
So right now he will provide his identification. So at this point, I have placed him under citizen's arrest. I have read him his rights, and after you conduct your investigation, it's up to you if you're going to accept the arrest, what charges you're going to press against him.
Yeah.
But he'll provide his identification for the purposes of resolving this issue.
We'll identify. We'll do that. We'll decide whether there was a crime that actually was committed.
And we have
It
video
just-
evidence we can provide as well.
That's fine. And we can look at that and to let the courts decide what they want to do.
Okay.
Let the federal If you have a problem with the federal system,
We can take it up
definitely-
with the marshals. Yeah, absolutely.
exactly.
I know how that
Yeah,
works.
but,
Like the disassociation of power here and where that goes,
Like,
that's
the filming
fine.
thing, that's the marshals thing. They decide all that stuff. That's not us. That's
Right.
Like, but if you were hurt in any way,
Because there's no Department of Homeland Security does not govern this building as far as law enforcement, correct?
what's that?
So
It's a federal building, so it's the marshals. The marshals
Okay.
run this building.
Okay,
It's
so
not us.
so I will take up an actual complaint with
Yeah.
him, but right now we'd like you to investigate this crime
Well,
and provide any evidence that you need.
Well, give your whoever.
I don't feel comfortable working with them. This
Oh,
guy
let's see-
used to be in the military. He dishonors his oath and violates the Constitution in front of the goddamn Bill of Rights.
Okay.
And this guy's only concern is your concern why we're filming in a public building? It doesn't seem to be a concern to you.
It is a concern because
It
you got to
is.
make sure you're doing it the right way.
You need to make sure I'm exercising my rights the right way when someone in there just assaulted an unarmed citizen.
Well, it goes both ways. You know,
How so? It's a public lobby.
There's two different things going on here. Obviously, the push out and stuff like that. You know, and the filming is a different thing. There's two different aspects going on here.
But it's the same as if he came out here and just assaulted him for filming the building. He can't do it. Listen, absent of the Constitution,
Okay.
let's just pretend that doesn't
We're not gonna
exist.
go in there because we don't have any authority over that. That's the federals. Like
All right, so we'll wait until he leaves and then I'll apprehend him.
No, we're not
Yeah,
gonna
that's
do
what I'm
that
doing now.
Because I said we'll deal with the assault part.
Okay, excellent. As
Stuff
long
like
as
that,
that's
but the
happening.
filming part we're not dealing with
Okay,
because that's federal.
That's
like
fine.
you
Yeah,
said,
no,
it's
I
with
will
the
take
marshals.
up that issue with them as far as any civil rights violations. The
But you have
assault
to
will
work-
take it
you
up
have to
with
work
you.
with my officers because we have to be a team, and you have to work with my officers.
I mean, I'm not on their team or I'm on the people's team. Like I'm on my own team, but I'd rather have you could deal with this because I don't trust them.
Well, I'm their boss, so they're gonna do what I tell them to do.
So who is this? Is their training reflect on you?
Yes.
Because you seem to be very nice. So maybe they missed the lessons.
But there's different levels to assault.
I mean, like, honestly, like, I'm not even mad at you, man. I am, like, totally ashamed. Because he swore an oath to the Constitution as a police officer. He received 6 months of training, okay? And he swore an oath to the Constitution. He'll come out here, and maybe there's things that he's not aware of, and he just needs to learn. Everyone makes learning curves. You actually literally took time from your family so my family could live in a free America. So you could come here and violate the goddamn Bill of Rights in front of it.
No, he's here to protect the Bill of Rights. That's
Yeah,
what
but he's
I'm
doing epic fail.
Well, we're
Epic
all here to
fail.
protect it.
So I appreciate if you guys continue.
Okay,
Could you
so-
stay here and
Yeah,
overview
yeah,
the
so-
investigation? Perfect.
We need to get a statement from you.
So go ahead.
And with
Absolutely.
that, and if
Oh, I'm
you
sorry,
wanna
sir.
work with-
Excuse me. I didn't see you there. I'm gonna stand over here because I didn't realize I was like
you
speaking
wanna
right in
work
his
with,
ear.
one of the officers here.
So right now, for people that are just tuning in, we came and I would never want to interfere with police business or emergency lines. So I'm asking everyone to not call. Do not call the Burlington, Vermont Police Department. Again, do not call the Burlington, Vermont Police Department on Officer Sellers and Officer Brom. Do not do that. Thank you. Do not do that. So we come into this federal building. It's United States Post Office, United States Court. We enter through here. And before we do that, we check the CFRs. Now, the CFRs really don't matter to me. I could care less because the Constitution allows me to be there. But judges' ordinances can allow them to prohibit filming in certain places, which I knew beforehand. This was not one of them. This lobby is exempt from that. The CFR statute upholds the Constitution under law. So as soon as we walk in, the contact is, which way to the post office? The next thing is CFO douchebag comes barreling through the metal detector and then physically assaults Police State Productions, impedes his right to progress, pursuit of happiness and liberty by forcefully forcing him out the door. At that point, I let him know that he's under arrest for disorderly conduct and assault and battery. So now we have the police, okay? Burlington, Vermont's finest. The police arrive. Their concern is solely why we are conducting a constitutionally protected activity in a government building and where so it is allowed. And he used to be military. I'm gonna step away while he gives out his personal information. Holy smokes. Burlington, Vermont was a pass. And you know what? I don't need the complaint forms. We got a couple in the car. Actually, no, I have public records requests. So you know what? I'm going to use those public records requests to see how many issues of excessive force. And I'm going to get the names, I'm going to get the salaries, addresses, all that stuff on these officers here. Holy smokes. I bet they thought when they were violating people's rights today, they weren't doing it with a channel that has a viewing. Shame on them. Shame on them. Cash flow, I appreciate the suggestion saying you need to calm down just a bit. But here's the thing. These are our rights. If we don't use them, we lose them. Okay? And sometimes, you got bootlicker right there. Paul's Delivery in Burlington, Vermont might not be a bootlicker. But here's the thing, guys. When the people fear the government, it's tyranny. When the government fear the people, it is liberty. Okay? And we're giving a lesson in liberty today.
There is a city council meeting tonight, and there'll be a bunch of police, like, talking about the police department and how things are worked in there. And there's a couple of other protests going on, so you're welcome to go down to City Hall and be part of the city council meeting tonight if you feel like you need to voice in the public forum of anything, any complaints or anything you have about us or the way that things are run in the community, because that's what
it's not specifically you, and I apologize for giving you an attitude. It's just, this is a situation that is so tense. Like, the act was so egregious. There was no build-up. I mean, I would even understand more so. It's not right, but I would understand more so if he's like, hey man, you can't film. Hey, what are you doing? The security concerns, this day and age. And then all of a sudden he gets hands-on. We walk in with a camera and he's physical. Is this where's the post office? Boom. I mean, that's unacceptable. And he knew who we were, which means one of two things. He's violating my civil rights because we were targeted, or...
How does he know who you were? Have you been here before?
No, I haven't been here before, but our channel...
I don't know you guys either.
Which is understandable. Our channel is very known to law enforcement because this is the type of stuff we do.
What is your channel? I don't even know.
Accountability for all. We do First Amendment Audit. So sometimes...
Sorry, I've never heard of it.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I asked him, I said, have you seen our stuff? Do you know, like, who we are? I said, oh, yeah, I know who you guys are. Okay. I mean, so it's either like, are we targeted? And the other thing is, if he's doing that on camera, how the hell is he acting when no one's watching? When he thinks no one's watching? I mean, I was literally gonna, like, I was gonna physically attack him and place him under arrest.
No, don't do that. It's gonna get yourself in more trouble.
I mean, it wouldn't though.
It would.
I'm defending his inalienable rights. As a citizen, it is my duty. I am breaking the law if I do not assist him. Huh?
Do you have the shot of the two of them in the camera?
Because I have the shot when he's right, where his belly's right in front of me.
Yep.
Another angle.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'm gonna have to disconnect the live feed. I apologize because right now, yeah, I have it on mine. Okay. So I'm gonna disconnect the live feed right now, so that way we can show the video of what happened. So please stay tuned. Do not call the Burlington, Vermont Police Department, and we will be right back with you in a second. Appreciate it.